background noise may be apparent. Um, I am sorry if it is. Oh, hey guys. What you four going to do? Oh, hey Naruto. Good seeing you back. Yeah, good to be back. But what you two doing? What you four doing? Gonna go do? We're gonna go on a mission. Oh, can I come? Uh, Kakashi Sensei. More the merrier. What you all doing? I mean, like for the mission. Why are you? Hey Naruto, why are you acting so weird? You're acting different. I don't know what you mean. I'm just here asking what you're doing. I'm I'm not sure that you're pulling this off. Just be yourself. You don't gotta be whatever this Naruto is. Be the smart, uh, genius one, not this trying to be cool and quit that head twitching thing every time you talk. I don't know what you mean. It looks like you're trying to nod your head back and forth, but you're bringing it from like shake your head, but you're just bringing it up as you stand on your tippy toes and then bring it down. It's kind of weird, man. Okay, good. Um, I'm not usually the one that walks up to people, to ask what they're doing. we know, we know that all too well. Okay, good. Uh, why did you even start doing that? I don't know. Trying to be cool. Totally not because I'm a failure. Why would you be a failure? Oh, um, I kind of let Sasuke and Kiyome let get away in our recent um mission. You seen them again and you fought them? Yeah. I took it way more serious, but maybe a way too serious. So I just kind of let him go. I couldn't bring myself to do anything else. Wait a second. Weren't they the ones that nearly offed you when you all fight in the Valley of the End? Yes. yes. Well then, Naruto, you can't go easy on them anymore. You gotta throw them the same intent they had for you. I see where you're coming from, you know, Miss Yamanaka. Just call me Eno. That annoys the crap out of me. Alright, Eno. Um, anyways. Are we ready to go? I don't need anything. Yeah, we're we're all good here. Now that we got one more member, I'm definitely more confident. As they would leave, this new group of 5 would leave the village to go and attempt to strike down 2 people that claim to be immortal. Hi, I'm Lee Anime. I'm here to bring you part 7 of What If Naruto Was More Like Minato. Now, I will say this is another re-record because last week it wouldn't go up. I tried to upload it twice and it just never would, so I quit trying. If you don't already know, this is a podcast format, um, like type deal, right? Yeah, I was sorry. Hey, 176, let's go. 176 subscribers. Um, I do want to say a couple things before we start this episode about a couple things that might be coming in the future. Maybe, depends. I've been thinking about this idea for a podcast that I will do with you all. Me and you, the fans, um, will talk for an hour, like one-on-one, or maybe a group. Who knows? But all I'm trying to get to is, let's just talk anime. Is probably what's the name gonna be, unless that's already taken. And then we'll just call it Our Opinions, because I used to have I was gonna make a series of, I have 2 episodes up on my channel in a series I called My Opinion, and I talked about just anime characters, anime in general, or how characters are presumed in what ifs, okay? But that's what I did. And I haven't done anything with that series ever since it started, okay? Haven't done anything with it. That may have been on my other channel, I'm not entirely sure. It's either this one. It probably was this one. Actually, I just had YouTube up. Let's just go check. Let's just scroll all the way down to the bottom. I've been thinking about making a post on like what ifs I recommend like new fans to watch. Honestly, I've been thinking about that. Probably, yeah, definitely before this. Anyways, I'll just be scrolling through this as I talk. So, as where we were, well, not on, but what I mean is, I'll choose 1 or 2 of you per episode, right? To just talk. Let's just talk, man. About anime, like news, like recent anime news, or your favorite anime, my favorite anime, isekai, uh, other things, just anime stuff in general. Just who knows, honestly. It could turn out to be something about like, I don't know. It's just where we talk about just fiction, the stuff we like, the stuff we dislike. Um, Still don't know. Titles are definitely going to be an issue still. I don't know. I will also be making a Discord server to where you all can join and just chat around with me. Right. And once I get that made, I'll deal with moderators and stuff like that. Um, Throughout that, I also have a new, well, cover of a song coming out soon. Over on my Chimera Music Instagram, and then I also have a plan on doing a verse cover of Nick D's cover of, well, song Perfect Timing. His verse in that song. I plan on doing that and like the first chorus, possibly. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. I plan on doing that. Couple other songs I have in mind. So if you have a song in mind that you would like to, if you like my singing, which it's not that good. I've also, the only video up is a like one take cover of Dancing in My Room. You know, the dancing in my room, swaying my feet, trying to get your love and a kiss on the cheek. That song. So you can fully be a judge on it. I don't care. Write down your opinions on there. But yeah, we can talk whatever music about with the podcast. Still will be making the Discord server eventually. I would like to get that done soon, so I don't just hold it off and contemplate about it for like weeks, and then start trying to do it and then not actually doing it. I don't know, but the link will be in my post, like tab in the. I don't know. It might be even be on there by the time you see this. Who knows? We will perfectly find out. Everyone will be allowed to join. I don't know what I'm gonna do on there yet about like the just places where you can talk. Don't know. Also, if you have what if ideas, please put them down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll put them on my list. And if it is an anime I have yet to see, give me some time. Um, yeah. Anyways, let's begin. Well, let me get a drink of water and then we can actually begin because, well, if you don't hydrate, um, I was gonna say like die straight, but a lot of people are straight and like, um, I don't know. I don't know where I was gonna go with that. I knew it was gonna be like a hydrate or die straight. um, I'm not sure anymore. I'm fully unsure now about what I want to do with that. um, yeah, I don't know. Let me just get a drink of water and then we can actually get into this. I am also chewing gum, so if you hear me either spitting it out or chewing it, I'm sorry. I don't know. Good Lord. Apologies. It's okay. Okay, so sorry for the long intro, but the new Team 11, no, Team 11 is Team Guy, so Team 10 or Team 9. No, Team 9. What was Team 8 was Kiba, Hinata, and Shino. Team 10 was Team 10? I don't remember the teams. I only know Team 7 because that's, well, the main group. Anyways, they would get going, well, be on their way to, Naruto doesn't know the direct, like, location they're going to. I gotta look it up. Hold on. I'm very sorry. Shippuden. Kazekage. Uh, yeah. Hidan and Kakuzu. So, I'm not here to watch it. Okay, so they don't. Akatsuki. Good lord, I hate bugs. Get off me. Being like Gillian Tide Sire? You know, just roll with it. Oh, you do. I would. I want to say this. I want to kind of just go through with this right now. So this will be the second time. Here's a little flashback. During the last year of Naruto's training with Jiraiya, he has actually met the two men he is about to meet. Because around a year or two ago, well, not a year or two ago, nearly like nearing like 10 months ago, like a beginning of the new year, at the nearly the beginning of the third year of Naruto's training, like third and final year, um, he did actually have a run-in alongside Jiraiya and a cloud shinobi by the name of Yuji was on there. Yugito Nin, right? Yeah, the Two Tails Jinchuriki. Um, they only really intervene. Well, they intervene because they knew who the Akatsuki were, and so Naruto said, "We might as well try to get rid of two now. I feel like I am decently strong, and if necessary, he could always tap into Kurama's power. This would be his entire argument because him and Kurama are actually good working. Like they can work together. Naruto isn't fully a blood hungry monster, right? That only happens when he's up to 6 tails now. Um, yeah. So 5 and down, he's pretty good. But once he hits that sixth tail, he kind of loses control. Jiraiya would say, "Fine, but why do you want to help the person who's fighting them? They're another Jinchuriki, like me. Two tails. Might as well stop them." And Jiraiya and Naruto would step into the fight. And originally, they weren't really, the immortal duo wasn't initially scared because after firing off a massive fireball, after Kakazu would fire off a massive fireball, boom, at a already very injured, already a very injured Yugito. Yugito? Yeah, Yugito. Um, Naruto would, in a yellow flash, appear in front of her, take this initial blow, absorb it with his storage return seal. It would absorb into the seals all over his body, now exposed because of taking, well, it was on his clothes, but they didn't really withstand, like the clothes didn't, but the seals did. And after the smoke would clear, Jiraiya would now be there beside Naruto. Naruto would be there just smoldering, like visibly smoke is coming off, but him being, like him himself, visibly uninjured, like visibly, like not injured at all. But his clothes are burnt and probably still are semi on fire. Uh, Yuji To, Yugi To? I'm not good at pronouncing names. Okay, I'm sorry. But still. Anyways, after taking that initial blow, the smoke and dust would clear. Kakuzu would say, "Well, there we go." Hey, Kakuzu, before we, you know, take the two tails out of her, you wouldn't mind. Jiraiya then would pop up and say, well, speak up and say, "I recommend you not finish that sentence." Now visibly seeing Jiraiya and a blonde-haired kid that they do recognize as Naruto, but at this point, his cloak, not cloak, but uh, green trench coat is blowing in the wind. He is nearly a spitting image of his father. Like them both knowing who Minato is, the Yellow Flash, the fourth Hokage of the Leaf, um, they know he's dangerous. And initially, like, before they actually caught on to, like, actually seeing his face, how, like, him having these six whiskers marks on his face, realizing who it is, they were honestly like, is Minato back from the dead? That's just his son that is currently glowing in writing. Yeah, over his body, from foot up, all the way up to his face, seal-like writing would be glowing, nearly covering the entire front of his body, as Naruto would say, "Return." And then, as he would do so, his instead of the purpley glow they once had, it would turn into a bright red. And then, from Naruto's body, this massive fireball that well, Naruto absorbed and just plain out took would be sent back at Kakazu and Hidan. Kakazu would just destroy it with the water mask or either the earth mask by creating a wall and just tanking it then. That's no fun anymore. Anyways, as that would happen, as they would be blinded by either the steam or just dust that would be from that um, fireball exploding, is when these two would attack, both having Rasengans in both hands, and them moving in an instant in a yellow and white flash, to say the least. Just instantly straight in front of these two, both both in tandem, yelling or saying Rasengan, as both of these two immortal beings, semi immortal beings, would be hit in the chest with two Rasengans each. Just and then uh, nearly being just completely severed in half, and also getting launched back by so many feet, like nearly miles, nearly like multiple miles of just being launched backwards, and once again nearly getting ripped in half. They would just leave and just say, "We'll be back." Who knew? Like they would. Hiron would try to make some excuse and try to go back, but Kakazu would say, "There's no chance we beat them. There's no chance at all." "Yeah, there is. Just gotta hit them with the scythe a couple times. Give me their blood. They're done." "I doubt we'll be able to do that. Via the fact that we're both in half." And the pant, like, instead of just being on their faces, it would kind of zoom out, and just them being in like nearly in half, barely connected to the rest of their body, like barely any like flesh is connecting them. Anyways, back to Two Tails and Nine Tails and Jiraiya. Um, Naruto would instantly get to her, like, and would start to heal her in the only way he knows how, and that's by using Kurama's chakra, which he does have permission to do. Right. Actually, he does know another way. After biting his sorry, after biting his thumb and then doing hand signs, he would say, "Summon Jutsu," putting his palm to the ground, and as he would raise his hand as smoke would go, he would say, a voice would say, "Naruto, um, how may I be in service?" "Just her, Como." Actually, no, Kumo. Yeah, Kumo. Just her. I am on my... Why her? I smell a cat's scent. She's the Two Tails Jinchuriki. Jinchuriki. And then a voice would be heard only to Naruto Mayavi, which is the Two Tails. I think that's her name. I forget. and this fox. This fox with orange tipped ears, or like black tipped ears. The other fur is mostly orange as itself. Black like socks. Well, black fur that kind of looks like socks on all feet. Um, it's five tails flowing in the wind, all having black tips on them, and on its snout, face, under her eyes, downwards and back, like back the jaw and down the neck, kind of in a wave-like pattern until it would reach like where shoulders are. It would stop. Would have like a black pattern swirling. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Right. As that would happen, though, um, Kumo would eventually just say, "Fine, tell father to stop yelling at me." I'll explain this. See, over the 3 years, nearing actually once again the start of the 3 years, like still in the second year, but on the later half of it, Naruto would sign a contract with Fox Spirit Summons. These are directly connected to his tailed beast, um, the Nine Tails, Kitsune Kurama. Right? And we all probably know how that is. Like in many other what ifs, he is like directly, in turn, their creator. Just in a sense of the fact. Because he isn't the only creator um of these fox spirits. There's actually another being in play, another fox spirit, another nine tails, but they aren't like a tailed beast, technically. They weren't directly derived from the Ten Tails, like Kurama, and the other, like Shukaku, Mayabi, the others I don't remember the name of. Gyuki, yeah, Eight Tails, if I'm not mistaken. It is a whole entire, like, different process, okay? And so, yeah, which we might meet later on. Who knows? Um, yeah, that is why they are mostly calling Kurama father. Um, Even though not directly, actually, like small pieces of him, just not like made of chakra, which is it is a part of like a whole entire different process, like I said, where two chakras would mix, creating another being from these two beings. Chakra, I'm not entirely sure if that's even physically possible in the Naruto world. Uh, but there are tailed beasts directly made from a different things chakra just split into 9 things. So I'm gonna say that is probably somewhat possible, but I'm entirely unsure. Okay? Fully unsure. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Okay? I've been real nasally, I'm sorry. Well, snotty. Like there's just a whole entire like side of my face that is just basically full of it. So if you either hear me spitting or semi blowing my nose, I am very sorry. Either way. Mayabi, well, Kumo would heal Yuji, well, Yugito, uh, wounds, right? And yeah, oh, they are Team 10. So Team 11 is Team Guy. Okay. Anyways, so as well, Yugito would need help returning to Cloud, which even though these two are very much Leaf Ninja, they do not have good like relationship. But Naruto said he will go, and if anything, he can just flying Raijin out of there. There's no way no one's catching his ass. So yeah, he'll be fine. And he could always fly Raijin Jiraiya out of there, or Jiraiya can reverse summon himself out of there. It's a pretty easy task to do, honestly, in reality, between these two characters. And so, that's what they would do. They would help Yugito back to her country, talking on the way, talking about how being a Jinchuriki is different between them, like how Naruto was hated nearly oft multiple times as a young child because he held such a dangerous being within him, while Yugito, I'm so sorry, was considered a hero alongside the other Jinchuriki within her village. B, the holder of the the eight tails, Gyukai. Gyuki? Gyuki. Yeah. A second names, if you can tell. Also very just anxiety induced speaking. That's why I'm speaking so fast than usual. Way faster than usual. Anyways, so as they would get her there, they would be thanked, even though probably very insincerely by the other ninja. But Yugito would say, "These two saved me. We can at least be thankful in that part, or if they didn't help, I would not be here anymore. Uh, right. And Naruto would say, that is a good thing. And then he would say, we will be on our way. But before that, a booming voice would say, wait! A hulk of a man with massive gold gauntlets, white cloak, would say, thank you. I will say it this one time. As much as I hate to leave, I am appreciative you brought a soldier back to me. So thank you. Then he would say, do I know you from somewhere? And pointing at Naruto. No. We better be going. He'd put his hand on Jiraiya's shoulder and just pull up a peace sign like, goodbye. And then they would be gone in a flash of yellow and white. Wait a second. His name's Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. He gave me that much. And if I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking, he might be the son of the fourth. Hmm. That man still haunts me. In way more ways than he knows. Even his son mimics him. Huh. Strange. Sorry, I have something in my throat. I don't know. Hmm. Sorry. Anyways, back to the original timeline, where we see this team finally make it there. They actually already started the fight. See, Team 10, the actual team members, not members of Team 7, would be asked, could we fight these ones for now on our own, or on our own to test our mettle? And Kakashi would say, go ahead. But if things start to get worse for wear, we will step in. They would nod their heads, and then they would begin their fight. Team 10, Choji, the Inoshika Cho, trio, would actually be holding their own. Surprisingly, and for a little bit, not for long. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, I gotta break something down. I'm perfectly fine if you're even bothering to reading that. Um, I've anxiety, if you're curious. Anxiety has been my issue. Um, also just health, me being an idiot a lot of the times, has turned me into this. Anyways, so as that fight would continue, eventually it would come to a place where Naruto and Kakashi would have to step in. And in a blink of an eye, before even Hidan wouldn't be able to react in time at all. But in a blink of an eye, he'd be hit by two of the most devastating jutsus on this planet. The Rasengan and the Raikiri. Lightning and pure chakra would hit this man, straight in the stomach and in the chest, causing wind to leave his body, him getting a gaping hole at the heart, and an entire hole through his stomach. And then following the just explosive explosion backwards, just boom, crashing into one of the massive rock like structure, dead trees, whatever they are. Just boom. It would actually break. It and Hedon would fall to the ground. Hedon being crushed by this. Kakuzu would just laugh. At you. Serve that cocky. That's brat. But once again, these two are getting too comfortable by a lot of things. um, Within seconds after his big bolsterous laugh, Kakuzu even though able to follow this up and coming attack, it would be too late. See, with a lightning release, powerful breath by Naruto alongside a Rasengan, both of Naruto's hands would thrust at Kakuzu, hitting him nearly dead center of the stomach on two different sides. Well, stomach area. Doesn't mean that they're directly on his stomach. Like lower rib, stomach area. He'd be hit hard. We all know what a Rasengan can do to a Herman. Herman? Oh my god. Uh, Good lord. Oh my god. That's insane. Herman. I can't believe people name their child Herman. Yeah. Hmm. Man, I regret eating that orange. I don't think it was good. I think it was halfway rotten. Well, at least definitely not good by any means. Um, yeah. A condensed surge of lightning, like a similarly a orb of lightning would be in Naruto's hand, one hand, and as he would bring it forward, a power like a lightning bolt would kind of just crash through this area. Just you could see it go all the way through him. This would destroy a mask in the process. Probably the water one, actually. Well, depending on what's weak to lightning. I don't remember the process. Funnily enough, I think it might actually be earth. Is it, or is it water? It's one of the two. It would destroy whichever one. Uh, just. This would then send Kakuzu back. Naruto then would make shadow clones, and and as Kakashi would see Hidan to stand up, he would go fight him hand to hand, while Naruto would fight Kakuzu. Anyways, as these two fights would start to happen, Naruto would kind of just stand there for a minute while Kakuzu would get back up, and then he would start firing them off. These shadow clones would rush up, getting hit on these on purpose, deliberately getting hit, absorbing them, and then after they disperse, this would leave them go to Naruto. Okay. Right. Just poof, poof. And then the writing all over his body would glow as another jutsu would come and hit him, and him just dragging him. The jutsu, as it would be really like absorbed, would start to push him back, skidding him across the ground. Right. And yeah. Hmm. Hold on. Gotta write another thing down. Sorry. Anyways, so as he would just start to glow even more and more, being thrown back a couple of feet by that jutsu, he would say, "Return." And all of these jutsus that Kakuzu did just throw at him would be instantly shot back. And then he would say, "Double." These would grow in size, double their current size. Kakuzu then would have to dodge, but these were like big and slow technically. So he is having a easier time of doing this, right? Um, yeah, and he would be hit. A mask, maybe two masks, would be destroyed by this moment. During this time, Kakashi, well, Shikamaru would get Hidan off of uh, Kakashi, take him into the forest to end him, while Kakashi would help Naruto destroy the final. Well, there's five masks, right? And so Naruto destroyed one with the uh, powerful breath jutsu, and then destroyed two more with that massive, like, storage return double type attack. And so he would have one more, possibly two. Yeah, two more. I'm gonna say like uh lightning and wind, which aren't they good against each other? I don't know. I don't remember the entire like tracking. How you would tell that? I don't remember. Yeah. They would cause this to go bad for Kakuzu. Now, especially Hidan, after going boom boom. Okay, they would end him quite quickly after this, after him realizing, oh, these two are strong. Like, he knew Kakashi was. And even though that was a year ago, and Naruto was still strong then, like, he had the Flying Raijin still, not fully mastered, but he had it, and yeah. They would destroy the other two masks. Kakashi would actually deal, well, they would deal the final blow together, um, right, with Rasengan and Shidori, respectively, taking Kakuzu out simultaneously. Um, Even though I didn't describe it, Naruto is hurt. Okay, like hurt, not like hurt, but he is hurt. He's clearly injured. Um, right. I just didn't bother describing it. So, yeah. Sorry for not getting into too big of details for this one. Um, yeah. Anyways, that's where I'm going to end it here today. I thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all next time. Remember, if you would like to do the podcast, I will still be making a Discord eventually. I don't know when. I'll try to. It might be up. I'm gonna hope within the next 2 weeks. Okay, within the next 2 weeks, I hope that will be up. But there's no guarantees. Okay, so either way, I got a poll running up on my channel as of right now. Go do that. Go vote on that. Vort? Yeah, that sounds like something else. Go vote on that. I'd greatly appreciate anxiety. I just health anxiety is way worse than you'd ever think. Actually, it and anxiety are basically the same thing. It just dwells on the point of what you're like anxious about. I'm about my health because of disease. Uh, Not like a crippling one. I don't have cancer that I know of. I have Lyme's disease. It's not gonna off me. hopefully. I'm still gonna live. Hopefully, I'm my biggest threat right now. Okay, I'm not worried about anything else. Well, except for my own health, you know. Anyways, why is everyone depressed these days? Everyone back then just had anger issues. I have anger issues. I have a lot of things. Anyways, yeah. Uh, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Well, time, throughout your day. And yeah, roll the dice. I hope to see y'all next time. Bye bye.